Claustrophobia, fear of the dark, and fear of heights, the mind's ability to create irrational responses has always been fertile ground for creativity. In this video, we're exploring 5 unusual phobias. I am Phantom Astronaut. Remember to subscribe and turn on alerts so that you never miss an upload. And check the links in the description for all the ways that you can support the channel. In Junji Ito's famous manga turned film, Uzumaki, the idea of an entrancing spiral shape captivates a Japanese city as it descends into madness. This fixation on a specific shape, a repeating pattern, also has a real-life counterpart. And if patterns of holes make you uneasy, you might be experiencing trypophobia. Trypophobia is a aversion or repulsion to objects like honeycombs and sponges, things that have repetitive patterns or clusters of small holes. People with trypophobia are disgusted by things like seed pods or skin pores. Anything that has a repeating organic pattern can trigger a reaction. While not a recognized medical condition, a large amount of people believe that they are on the spectrum of trypophobia. The next phobia has been increasingly talked about in recent years. Imagine you're an urban explorer looking through an abandoned amusement park. You enter a dark area and hear dripping water. Your flashlight catches a glimpse of a rotting animatronic rising from a lagoon. If this unsettled you, you might have submechanophobia, the fear of submerged machinery. If you think the film Jaws was scary, just imagine how this 39-year-old New Jersey tourist must have felt when he fell into the amusement park ride at Universal Studios Florida based on the film. He fell into the water with the rapidly approaching mechanical shark not long after the park opened, and he was very lucky not to have been pulled under into the mechanisms. Ultimately, he won a lawsuit against the park. Oil rigs, ship propellers, floodwaters covering any number of machines. All of them send a shiver up your spine if you experience submechanophobia. Sleep and dreams have been the inspiration for thousands of stories. Dream of the Endless in Neil Gaiman's Sandman, or Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Sometimes when I'm about to fall asleep, some uncomfortable thoughts creep into the back of my mind. Is falling asleep similar to what it feels like to die? What if I never wake up? If thoughts like this run through your head, you might be experiencing somniphobia. According to Healthline.com, physical symptoms of somniphobia often include nausea or stomach issues related to persistent anxiety around sleep, tightness in your chest and increased heart rate when thinking about sleep, sweating, chills, and hyperventilation or other trouble breathing when you think about sleeping. Sleep is usually a welcome respite from the troubles of the day, but if you suffer from somniphobia, it may be your greatest fear. The last phobia we're going to explore today is also the newest. Have you ever cringed at the thought of a popping balloon? How about anticipating a loud crash? If so, you've experienced a mild version of our next phobia. Recently, there's been a rise in what's called phonophobia, or the fear of sound. It can present as a fear of the phone ringing or small talk or even music. Can you imagine being afraid of your friend talking to you and playing music on a road trip? Phonophobia has been closely linked to trauma and anxiety disorders. And it's distinctly modern because the more that we text each other and DM, the less that we're using verbal communication. And the more startling it is when a telephone will suddenly ring. That's why the number of people who suffer from phonophobia is increasing exponentially year after year. What are some examples of unusual phobias that you've discovered? Tell us in the comments. And thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe for alerts, and always check the description for additional information, and to find out how you can support the channel. I'm Phantom Astronaut, and I'll see you out there.